So my cousin and I ended up spending the whole night in a tree. It was wild, you know, when it's dark like that, you have to use your limbs to move around.
Good morning, everybody. How we all doing today? Today we're gonna have a little tailgate talk about the lift gate, okay? I wanna break this down into two parts. The first is how to operate the lift gate. The second, and just as important, is what to load and unload on the lift gate and how to load and unload on the lift gate, okay? The first point I wanna stress, I can't stress this enough, is safety, all right? Always make sure you're wearing a good pair of steel toe work boots. There's always a chance that your toes or your entire foot can get caught between the wedges of the lift gate, cause permanent long-term injury. We don't want that. Make sure you've taken the time to properly inspect all your cables, all the moving parts, make sure they're working effectively and safely. Also important, make sure there's no leaks in your hydraulic box, okay? Now, if you want to follow me around to the side, I'm going to show you the buttons and how to operate this thing. Now, it's important to always read and pay attention to the manufacturer's recommendations when operating the lift gate, okay? Some buttons on your lift gate, very basic, like a toggle switch here, simply moves the gate up or moves the gate down. Some buttons on different trucks, a little more complex. These buttons can either tilt the lift gate or move it from side to side. Some trucks even come with a remote control. If you're using the remote, make sure you're standing in a safe position and not risking injury. Never be afraid to verbalize what you're doing with your lift gate. If you're bringing it up, tell your colleagues, gate up, okay? If it's coming down, same thing. Make sure your colleagues know, gate down, all right? And it's always a good idea to do a test run on the lift gate with no equipment on it to make sure it's running smoothly, effectively, and safely, okay? Now, if you want to follow me to the back, I'm going to show you how to safely load and unload this thing. Okay, operating the lift gate is one thing, but loading and unloading the lift gate, completely different, all right? That's why today I brought in a couple of experts. Bob and Doug here are going to show you the safest, most effective way to properly load and unload equipment onto the lift gate, okay? Me, I'm going to continue to do some talking. Please, whatever you do, do not overload the lift gate, okay? Each one has a capacity. You'll probably find a sticker somewhere on the truck that tells you exactly what it is. Once the cart is on the lift gate, if there's locks on the wheels, please make sure they're down. You don't want the cart to shift. If you have to use sandbags or a wedge, use them. Okay, this is where footwear comes into play. You want to make sure you've got a good grip on the bottom, so if it does start to shift, you don't shift with it and risk injury, okay? Please make sure that nobody is standing directly behind the lift gate. Stand to one side or the other to make sure it's safe, all right? If the load does start to shift, please, whatever you do, do not try and stop it. Just get out of the way. No piece of equipment is worth long-term injury, okay? Trust me. When the lift gate is not in use, make sure it's in one of two positions, either perfectly flat to the ground at its lowest position or in its vertical locked position. That's very important. If there are steps going up to your lift gate, make sure they are properly constructed. That is very important. If there's more than 4 steps, you need proper handrails on all sides. Now guys, I gotta make this point. You'd be surprised how many injuries I've seen over the years. Do not try and jimmy rig something up like apple boxes to get up to the lift gate. Trust me, you're just begging to get hurt. Don't try any of that nonsense, okay? I've seen a lot of it in my career.
Hey guys, first team's traveling.
Copy that. First team's on the move.
Okay, I think I hear them calling. They're ready to go. Look, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask me, and I'll do my best to try and answer them for you, okay? Thanks a lot, guys.